Hello, today we will discuss how to plot MMF due to squirrel cage rotor in induction machine using MATLAB. And we will take 4-pole induction machine as an example, which has 24 conductors on the rotor. For that, the first step is to write the function for the stator flux density. It is a 4-pole machine, so we have north, south, 4 poles from the stator. And we assume sinusoidal flux density distribution in the space. So after writing the function for stator flux density, in the next step we will find the induced EMF and current in each conductor of the rotor due to stator flux density which is rotating in space. So now I have shown you the rotor which has 24 conductors. As we have 4 poles, we will group 4 rotor conductors placed at 180-degree electrical in one group. I have shown you 6 sets of conductors. They are shown by red, green, violet, dark blue, light blue, and yellow colors. In each set, conductors are placed 90 degree from each other. We have done so to take advantage of the symmetry of sinusoidal flux density distribution. After creating the sets, we will find the MMF from each set of the conductors and add them to get total MMF in the air gap. So let us start our MATLAB simulation. For that, we will open the MATLAB first.
Then open new script file, save the file, define a vector of angles in space, define the flux density with respect to space angle, this is a function of Bs, P, number of poles, and omega t. So before this line, let us write Bs equal to 1. So we normalize the maximum flux density to be 1. Number of poles P equal to 4. And we assume omega t equal to 0. Omega t is nothing but angle in time. For time being, we will assume it to be 0, but later we will change it to 0, 30 degree, 60 degree, and so on. To check, let us plot the flux density in space and run it.
You will see this waveform. In 360-degree, we have 2 cycles of flux density because it is a 4-pole machine.
The second step is to find the current induced in the rotor bars. For that, let us assume that the stator flux is rotating with a speed equal to pi with respect to rotor. The length of the conductors are 1, and we have 6 sets of conductors which are placed 15 degree apart from each other. So let us define the position of the sets of the conductors. Assume the resistance of each conductor is 1 ohm. So the current in the conductors of a set is given by this is the flux density at the position where the first conductor of a set is placed. This multiplied by velocity multiplied by length of the conductor, it is BVL, it is the induced EMF, divided by resistance of the conductor will give you the current. Similarly, we can write the currents through each conductor of a set.
After the current in each conductor is calculated, the next step is to find MMF from each set and add them to get total MMF. Now let us consider the set of conductors shown by red. The MMF due to this set will be positive for 0 to 90 degree and 180 to 270. Similarly, if you consider the set of conductors which is shown by green color, the MMF due to this will be positive from 15 to 90 plus 15 and 180 plus 15 to 270 plus 15 and so on. So let us write the function for this in MATLAB. For this, let us calculate the MMF from the first set.
Let us initialize the MMF array. All the values in the array are 0.
Assign the value of angular position of the first conductor of a set.
We name that variable POS. For I equal to 1 to length of array theta underscore sp, that is 0 to 360 degree angle with a increment of zero point 0.1 degree. The MMF is positive for the spatial angle of position of the first conductor to 90 degree plus position of the first conductor, or if the spatial angle is between 180 degree and 270 degree ahead of the first conductor of the set. Otherwise, it is negative. The MMF is proportional to the current in the conductor. So we have to multiply this with the bar currents.
After the multiplication, let us plot the MMF and check the waveform. You will see a curve like this. For 0 to 90 degree it is positive, for 90 to 180 it is negative, 180 to 270 it is positive, and again 270 to 360 degree it is negative, because the first conductor of the set what we have considered is located at theta equal to 0 degree. If we take the second set, so we have to change this variable to 2 so that the second element of the array is assigned to POS.
In addition, change this index value to 2 as well. Then run the code.
You will see this curve where for 0 to 15 degree it is negative, then 15 to 105 it is positive, further 90 degree negative, then positive and then negative.
We have to calculate the MMF from all the sets. So we have to run this part of the code for each element of position underscore con array. So we will create a function for this and call this function for different values of elements of position underscore con.
Let us define a matrix where each column belongs to the MMF of a set. So we have six sets, so it will have six columns, and each column will have MMF value corresponding to that particular set of the conductors. Now this matrix is initialized with zeros.
If we want to calculate the elements of each row, we have to call this MMF underscore R function for first set, second set, third set, and so on. Now we have to find the total MMF that can be obtained by adding all the elements in a row of MMF underscore rot array. So for that, we will write the following code. This is the total MMF at omega t equal to 0. Let us plot it. We can run the code now.
you will see this curve. This is the MMF distribution at omega t equal to 0 because of rotor current.
Here at this line, we can change the value of omega t and get the plot of MMF because of rotor current at any instant of time. So let us see what will happen if I change the value here to 30 degree. Run the code. So we see this curve. If we change it to 60 degree, run the code, we will get this curve. That is how we can plot the MMF waveform for different value of omega t because of rotor current. You can see the amplitude of MMF waveform is constant, and at different value of omega t, it just move in space.